It's Friday and it makes me extra happy because I get to make you guys a video. Today I had in mind to give you guys, I guess, the top 10 things not to do on a date, or the top non-sexiest things not to do on a date. And so I needed a little bit of inspiration because, once you got a few ideas going, you kind of, improvise from the rest. And I thought it was such a great idea. So I'm going through a few blogs, and some asshole named Sam E. Jones, I'll put the link below. This is fucking hilarious. The guy is a dumbass. I hope he sees this. I really hope he sees this. He says the top 10 things not to do on a date were not to put makeup. Yes, because I want my first impression with a guy to be, blemishes all over my face. Like, I'm not one to put a lot of makeup. But I mean, a first impression and a first date, you make it pretty. So, anyways, moving on to the few next topics. He also says that low-cut shirts aren't sexy. Really? There's sex appeal involved. Eventually, if the dates go well, you have sex, and you need sex appeal. What am I supposed to dress up like a nun? Nuns don't have sex. Jeez. As well, on that same thing that started pissing me off, because I'm like, instead of just saying, be yourself on a date, he went along and said that women with tattoos should actually kind of revise themselves and reevaluate how, society works, and that these are big no-nos on dates. Really. Maybe he was looking for someone specific, and if only you guys saw the picture. It's freaking disgusting. I'm not one to judge. I don't care about people's looks, but this guy's such an asshole. Makes him look ugly, okay? He has a cowboy hat. He's probably an inbred from the looks of it. Anyways, so he starts saying that, women with tattoos and this and that and whatever. Look, if you want women with tattoos or not women with tattoos, whatever the scenario is, if a woman has tattoos, usually we're proud of them and we want to be accepted along with them. So if the guy that's on a date doesn't like my fucking tattoos, he can go fly a fucking kite. How's that? Be yourself, guys. Really, after I'm done with this, I'm gonna give you guys, before I met my boyfriend, thank God, there was many other men before, and I went on dates, and not many, like, I didn't do them or any, I went on dates, the very recreational dates, and they're entertaining now, just to look back and say, oh my God. But anyways, he also mentions in all this that, when you're conversating and sometimes we'll pout. It's cute. I find it cute. My boyfriend adores it. I think it's one of the only reasons why he's dating me is because I do these pouty faces. Like this. And I get anything I want. And it really works. Okay? And if a guy wants to go and say that you're immature, we all have a child in us, and it makes us the happiest little girls in the world. And you know what? It's like the little fat girl in us when we see cake, and it's like the little sad girl in us when we don't get our way. Little girl in us will follow us for the rest of our lives, and if the other person's not happy with it, they can go fuck themselves. I'm in a rant mode, guys, so please, I'm apologizing. That's when I said, you know what? There's no point in me giving top 10 things not to do that isn't sexy or whatever it is. Moving on to the next thing, I want to give you guys a few top stories that happened to me on dates. The first one was, I used to hang out with this girl, and we went to a New Year's party. Sorry guys, I'm sitting all comfortably in my chair. We went to a New Year's party, and I went solo because, well, I didn't have a date and I was single. So she tried setting me up with one of the guys at the table. So the guy's a shoe salesman, so I'm thinking there are perks to this. I get shoes. So I was like, all right, talking to the guy. He seemed normal, but, we're both tipsy and drunk, so you're not really getting a full, proper conversation, right? It's just, music super loud. You're like, huh, what? Oh my God. And that's what it sounds like, and it's not good. So, exchange phone numbers. Next day he calls me. Let's go on a date, etc., etc. I'm like, all right. So we go for coffee. I order coffee because originally we were going for coffee, and he orders a full course meal. And I was like, okay, salad, pasta, and the dessert, and a beer. Actually, he had 3 beers. So I guess I wasn't as pretty as the night before is what I was gathering from that. And he, so Anyway, we get about a 15-minute silence. Like, I sort of got, it was the most awkward thing. And this is a few years ago, so texting didn't really exist. I was just looking at the time on my phone, and I was like, oh my, this is going to be really long. After a lot of moments of silence, he just pops up randomly and goes, so did you, like, ever do it? I really felt like saying, really, dude, I'm 22. You want to ask me if I ever did? Anyway, I'm like, no, what? And I wanted to just see where this was going, because I'm like, maybe I'm jumping to a conclusion right away. He hasn't spoken in 15 minutes. He probably had other things in his mind. You don't know what the hell he's talking about. So you're like, no, what? And he's like, well, like, sex. And I'm like, no. Figured I'd lie. I'm 22. No, I'm not a virgin. And we're not even having anything in common. You really want to throw in sex into that? You really think you're going to get anything out of this? Wow. He's like, wow, you're like the oldest virgin I know. And I was like, all right, whatever. Because now I need to rush to the bathroom, call my girlfriend. I'm like, what the hell is this? He finally tells me, okay, I'm going to wait for you outside. I'll pick you up and we'll leave. I was like, okay. Try to hurry the date up, and I'm like, oh, you know, I really gotta leave. The bill comes, so, you know, you want to still stay polite and state, I had a coffee. He had a full meal with 3 beers. The bill comes, and he pushes it towards me. Wow, aren't you a winner? I was just like, I looked at the bill, I looked at him, I'm not a prissy person, I took $10, I put it on the table, and I'm like, that covers more than enough for my coffee. I'm like, have a nice night, and I left. Because, what the hell? Like, I'm all for, you know, you should, you know, women shouldn't be the one always being, like, treated or whatever, you know, guys. So if we both had a coffee, I probably would have fought for the bill and said, like, no, you know, it was such a nice date, please let me. But it wasn't a nice date. He had he does not deserve me paying for that. Huh. The other fun date, and I'd like to mention that it's in the same freaking establishment as this other date that I just spoke about. This guy I ended up meeting online, all right? So I tried the whole online dating, and I figured, you know, what the hell? And he tells me that he'd like to meet me, so I was like, all right. So I drive there because I didn't want to be in a car with someone I don't know, right? So I drive there, he drives there, we meet up, etc. Seemed like a nice person, but I tend to close as a person. Like, I'm very, like, when there's something that's not right with the other person's personality, it could be that I'm shy, but usually I just stop talking. When I see that it's not going to get anywhere, I just like, so this is what I look like on a date. It's usually the questions will be answered with yeah, no. So that pretty much gives a hint to the other guy that this isn't going well. Hurry up, I want to leave and do other stuff tonight. So on that exact date, I have more moments of silence, because that's how most of my dates, when they don't go well, it's moments of silence. He tells me, finally, he's like, oh, you know what happened to me today? So I was like, okay, maybe this can go somewhere, right? When someone starts with, you know what happened to me today? Usually it's like a fun thing that you want to share and you're expecting something fun or like, you know, a little happy moment in someone's life. So he tells me I ran over a cat. And I'm like, oh my, like, and I'm thinking, like, I'm not saying it happens and it's a good thing. I'm just saying it happens, you know, you can't swerve, or you really, you know, in some situations it's excusable. It's not like you did it on purpose. So I'm like, all right, and I'm an animal lover, like beyond. So he tells me about this and I'm like, oh my God, and it made me so sad. And then he tells me that once he ran over the cat, he pulled over and went and watched the cat die. And then I won't explain what happened after, but he kind of mimicked what happened with the cat. And I was just like looked at him and I'm like, okay, I don't know what kind of person you are, but you're disgusting. Got up and left. I'm not pretentious at all. I'm very down to earth, but there's things that I can't stand. One, don't put sex on the table when you don't even know where this is going. And really, dude, I had no plans for you. And then don't tell me that you ran over a cat or that you go hunting, because you know, we're in a day and age now that we can, you know, substitute other things than, you know, killing animals in any way. You know, there's video games. You know, if you want to play, like, I don't know, Angry Birds, you're like pushing over little piggies. It's a video game, but you know, it's funny. That's funny. And that's pretty much what I want to give you guys as a vlog for today. I hope this was entertaining somehow, somewhere, somehow. So yeah, anyway, so eventually, I'd like to mention, I eventually end up meeting my boyfriend, and he made me a very happy person because we love aminals very, very much. And eventually I'll show you guys, I have a little bunny rabbit. She's the cutest little fucker in the world. I love her to death. She has her own bedroom, decorated as a child's room with hay all over the place, and she has fun in it, and I'll film it at one point to show you guys. And her name is Nini, and she's the cutest little bunny rabbit in the world. And we saved her because she had crooked teeth, and they were gonna end up putting her to sleep, or I guess they were gonna eat her. I don't know what the hell they were gonna do, but anyways, it was gonna be horrible. So she needs to get her teeth trimmed every 2 weeks, and it's high maintenance for a bunny rabbit. To all you that want to own a bunny rabbits are high maintenance. So please think twice before you adopt a rabbit, and know all the necessary steps to owning a bunny rabbit, because we like our bunny rabbits happy. Please guys, if you like me, or like my channels or my videos, and want to win fun stuff that I give away all the time, please subscribe up there. And I want to mention to everybody, it is mandatory to subscribe to participate into my draws, because it's not nice. I want to be liked for me and my gifts, not just my gifts. So, on that. So, I'm giving away, let me just take it off, it's elasticy. There we go. So it's a little spike and pearl bracelet that I sell in my store, and I would like for you guys to have one. So this is what we're gonna do. So to own the beautiful spike pearl bracelet, if you don't want to participate, feel free to go in my store and purchase it from there. It's $10 plus shipping, and it's awesome. And I put a whole bunch of extra stuff in your envelopes when you do order stuff. So, you know, you want free extra stuff with your purchases and get surprises at your door, please order from me. Yay! But if you want to win it, because it's fun to win and check all the funny stuff I have to say, because I never shut up. So let's guesstimate how many tattoos I have, and I'll give away 3 bracelets. So subscribe, comment, message me, email me, do a bunch of fun stuff. Please, main thing, share me. I love you all, and have yourself an awesome weekend. Yay.